So, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I want to talk to y'all today about dealing with and handling fear and panic. A lot of people suffer from like panic attacks and stressful moments tend to freak you out and make you lose it. And I'm going to give you a few tips on how to deal with that. The first tip would be to understand that nothing is bigger than your ability to handle it. Now there are times where you may have not been prepared or something may have caught you off guard, and it seems as though, well, man, I'm not able to get a hold of this. But in reality, you have to be preemptive in your thought process. I mean, meaning that every time you leave the house, you're on high alert for anything. Anytime you step into a situation, into a scenario, um, you are already aware of what could happen or what might go down. And even if it's not anything extreme, it could be a work situation. It could be a presentation you have to do. It could be something at school, and there's something at home. A situation can happen at the house, and you just have to always be focused and try to play out as many of those scenarios in your mind as you can. Okay, well, what would I do if this happened? What would I do if this happened? Sometimes, back in the days, I don't know if they still do it now, but back in the days in school, we used to have fire drills, and we would just do little walkthroughs of what would happen if there was an actual fire at the school, and you go stand outside for a little while, and they just kind of putting you in practice for a potential moment. You got to do the same thing in your head. You got to play out scenarios in your head and see them before they happen to the best of your ability. And if by chance you actually walk into those situations in real life, you will have a better grasp on how to deal with it. Also, fear and panic are really illusions. They are self-created in a lot of situations. Sometimes we get freaked out and it's like, man, but on the outside of us, it's really not that serious. What's going on is really not even that serious. Everybody else is cool and chilling and calm, and you on the inside just going crazy because we've generated it within ourselves to some degree. Now there are situations where you got to get down, but even in those tense situations where it's actually popping off, the best way to make it through those situations is to remain as cool and calm as you can to work through them, because when you have a cool and calm demeanor, it allows you to think clearer. It allows you to think straight in a way to where you can actually formulate a solution to the problem compared to you just losing your mind, and now all logic and reason has gone out the window and you go out the window right with it. So the third and most important point is to know that there's nothing or no one that you should fear besides God Himself. Besides God Himself, no man, no entity, no creation um, should strike fear in you. And if it does strike fear in you, in a split second, you challenge the fear. And that's one of the main ways to remove it, is to not bow down to it, but to actually challenge it even in your moment of being afraid of it. You challenge it. And then you send some of that energy back towards the thing that made you afraid. So these are just a few little tips that people can use, because I know people who suffer from serious panic attacks, people who can't even drive on the freeway because it freaks them out, all of the fast moving action that's going around them and things of that nature. So it's a process. It's something that you don't necessarily heal within yourself overnight, but it's something like anything that you want to get good at and master. It's something you have to practice, 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 practice the scenarios, and they will not be unfamiliar to you if you step into them. It's your big brother K-Rino, man. Leave your comments below. I hope this helps somebody out. All right, man. Peace.